back in 2014, I had the privilege to go into a detention facility back when we were hearing that thousands and thousands of children were coming to our border and they were being processed by Border Patrol. And I asked to go in and visit this detention facility. It was the most difficult thing I have ever done in my life to walk into this detention facility, a processing facility that can only hold 300 people at one time, because it simply just the moment people enter our country, they are processed and then they're released or taken to another facility, whether it's a detention facility for adults or in the case of children, they are sent to the Department of Refugee and Resettlement for them to proceed with the children in the proper way. But in this case, what I saw were a lot of children, hundreds of them, all filling up the cells in that detention facility in great numbers, so packed that they barely had any space to sit down, much less lay down. And they were just there looking through this big glass window, all their tiny little faces just staring at us, all dirty and muddy and dried in their faces. They all look gray. Their little eyes just looking up with this look of, like, help me. And I asked the officer, please, may I go inside and be with them? And they said, no, I'm sorry, you can't. And I said, please, I would like to pray with them. And they looked at each other and they went ahead and said, okay. And so I actually walked barely into that space where these hundreds of kids were in this cell, and could barely get myself to the center of that space. And all those children around me looking up at me and with tears in their faces and practically pulling my dress and telling me, por favor, sácame de aquí. Please, get me out of here. One little child telling me, I want to go with my mother. And I couldn't do nothing but join them in crying with them and telling them, let us pray. And they did. Diosito, ayúdanos. And you could see here the echo of the children repeat after me and say, Diosito, ayúdanos. God, please help us. It was so devastating to see all these children, little ones, not more than 5, 10 years old maybe, all in detention, not for one day, not for 1 week, but for weeks, in a situation that was not right for kids to be in this condition, imploring to be, please get me out of here. Why? I just could not understand. I wish I could just take them out of there. It was so hard to see that. But it actually helped me ground myself to that human suffering of these children. And every time I get to relive that moment by sharing this story with others, it reconnects me to that reality that I have a job to do. Never to forget that it is our responsibility to be present and to be a voice and to speak up and to do something about injustice. It is wrong and it's immoral, and we cannot let that happen again.